What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to the Mobile Gaming Recap, a brand new weekly show where we discuss all of the biggest news in mobile. So without any further ado, let's jump right in to some of the highlights of January. So let's start it off with some of the biggest new releases in the month of January, starting with Langrisser, a brand new strategy grid-based combat RPG that I think, even though we're only 1 month in 2019, this is absolutely a Game of the Year contender. Now, a couple of my favorite features in this title include a fully voice-acted main story and the inclusion of a thing called time rift. So if you're one of the many people out there that have never played Langrisser and you're kind of worried that you won't be able to follow the story, the game has a thing called time rifts, which basically retell some of the more pivotal moments from the console versions in the 90s, and once again, fully voice-acted. I really think that everyone should at least download Langrisser and give it a try. Also released in the month of January, Rangers of Oblivion. Now, the very best way to sum this title up, it's basically Monster Hunter on your phone. You can hunt behemoths solo in parties with your guild. You can also do things such as fishing, life skills, cooking, crafting, all the things that you would expect from an MMO slash Monster Hunter slash mobile experience is all here. And the very best thing, there is no auto combat in this game whatsoever. The game does have auto pathing, but for me, that's not really a deal breaker. So Rangers of Oblivion, if you're looking for a more well-rounded, a more console-feeling mobile game, definitely give this game a try. Also released last month was Forge Fantasy. Now, Forge Fantasy is a reskin version of Hero Hunters from the same exact developer, but when I say reskin in this context, I don't mean it with a negative connotation. Basically, if you want to play Hero Hunters, that game has machine guns, rocket launchers, and grenades, but if you want to go on the flip side and play Forge Fantasy, that game has swords, daggers, fireballs, and things of that nature. So both of the games are pretty much designed the same. They have campaign, story, they have PvP, they have raids, guilds, and alliances, and both games do have a VIP system. Now, I can only speak based on what I was able to play during my play session. The VIP didn't really bother me that much. I found the game relatively free to play friendly. I got tons of stamina, tons of equipment, tons of free characters, but that might have been just because there was a special banner going on. So definitely temper your expectations when you go into the game. But that is Forge Fantasy. All the way around, a pretty decent title. And yet another Game of the Year contender was released last month, another Eden. Now, this is a brand new single-player JRPG experience brought to you by the original creators of Chrono Trigger, ladies and gentlemen. So this game has a fantastic story, memorable characters, a god-tier soundtrack. This is an absolute complete JRPG experience on mobile, and it's absolutely free. Now, yes, the game does have a gacha element, but let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. Had this game, as amazing as it is, had this game been $10, most people, I wouldn't have bought the game if it was $10. So I think they really nailed the business model here. Give away an amazing JRPG experience for free, but then give people the option to use the gacha if they choose to, because this game is 100% completable without ever using the gacha for real money, which I think is a testament to showing how confident they were in the game. And looking at the revenue charts for this title, it's doing fantastically well, which I'm very happy for, showing that you don't have to make a scummy mobile game to make money. You ain't gotta be scummy to make money, honey. I'm sorry. All right, so let's jump into some Bandai Namco releases. Now, One Piece Bounty Rush was re-released in the month of January. Now, if you don't know the history behind this game actually came out a year ago, but it was such a train wreck. The graphics were abysmal. The controls were god-awful. It was completely devoid of content. The game was so bad that Bandai had to take the game down for an entire year to rework it. Now, you guys know that I give Bandai Namco a lot of flack, but I gotta say, this game is a 180-degree improvement from the original One Piece Bounty Rush. It has a lot more content, solo play, PvP. The graphics are drastically improved. The characters are much more closely resembling the anime, which they didn't look like that at all in the original game. So I gotta say, overall, the game is a lot of fun, especially if you're a One Piece fan. The only negative that I really kind of hold against the game right now is that I think the combat still needs a little bit more work. It just doesn't feel impactful and connected. The game also has this weird feature that every single time you knock down someone, they have like an invulnerability shield for like 4 seconds, which is really, it really just kind of makes the combat very, like I don't like it at all. They can also work on the range combat as well. So maybe if they continue to work on the combat as we kind of see this game mature, I think they finally have themselves a nice foundation to make a game, much better foundation than the original One Piece Bounty Rush. So if you're a fan, I say definitely give this one a look. But it wasn't all just rainbows and sunshine in the month of January. Galaga Revenge was also released, and this game got absolutely ripped apart in the reviews. A lot of people thought it might be like a 2019 remastering or reimagination of Galaga, but what they were greeted with was a half-complete gacha game from Bandai Namco, of course. Once again, Bandai trying to put out half a game, but they want a whole money. Like, that's Bandai's MO these days. They want to put out half a game, but they want a whole money. So Galaga Revenge, I don't think it's gonna last for too much longer, but hey, maybe? No, don't do it. Aion Legions of War was released in January as well. Now this game is getting absolutely trashed in reviews as well. So a lot of people were kind of upset that they thought that this game was going to be Aion, the PC version, reimagined on mobile, but it's not. It's a hero collector, and when you look at it in that lens, it's actually a pretty well-made title. Extremely good graphics, nice character selection. It has everything that you might expect. So it has guilds, it has PvP, it has raiding, it has a ton of story, a ton of content in this game. So if you go in with the mindset that it's not the PC version, it's a Aion spin-off, I think you might have a good time with this one. So Aion Legions of War, ladies and gentlemen. Ragnarok M Eternal Love also released in the month of January, and based on what people have told me that are really close to this franchise, this is the closest adaptation to the PC experience reimagined on mobile. So if you're itching for that nostalgia for the Ragnarok PC version, this is your very best bet. There are a lot of Ragnarok games on the mobile store, but this is supposed to be the one that ends all others. So this game, of course, is a mobile MMO, so it does have a lot of auto type features, but there is a lot to this game. There are massive towns, big open worlds, tons of side activities, and tons of group activities that you and your friends can grind all day until your eyes bleed. So Ragnarok M Eternal Love, it looks like a pretty good time. And speaking of not being all rainbows and sunshine, Rebirth M came out as well. And unfortunately, and I hate to say it because this was like a Kickstarter project, it was from a small team, they tried to put something together, but I really couldn't find much redeemable in this title. It's your typical auto quest, auto grind, auto combat, auto everything type of MMO that we see on mobile all the time. The only thing that I saw that was a little bit better than most of these titles was that it was a little less red dotty than the other ones, but other than that, it's the same old formula and not done much better at all. Also, the last major release in the month of January was Mobile Royale. Now, Mobile Royale is basically a version 2.0 of Lords Mobile from the same exact developer. So you have seen these games before. They are a city builder through and through. So I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with this genre. So if you didn't like anything about Lords Mobile, you're not gonna like anything about Mobile Royale. Basically, it's the same exact game with better graphics, more streamlining, a lot of quality of life features and things of that nature. So if you're into city builders, I think this is probably one of the best ones on the market, but if you're not into city builders, there's nothing here that's going to change your mind. Now, looking ahead in the month of January, so this week we have a few new releases on the way. Revolve 8! Is a title that I'm very much looking forward to. This is a Clash Royale clone, I gotta be real, but this is a Clash Royale game played in landscape mode, which is a plus for me, with amazing graphics, another plus for me, and it's anime with absolutely outlandish and crazy character designs, plus. So this game is coming out tomorrow in global launch, so absolutely stay tuned to the channel because I will be here first thing in the morning to let you know how the game plays out in the global launch. But if you like Clash Royale clones and you wanted something a little bit different than the typical formula as far as character designs and kind of the overall aesthetic, this is a title that you might want to be on the lookout for. Also coming out later this week is DreamWorks' brand new Hero Collector. Now, say what you want about Disney Heroes Battle Mode and Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, but at least both of those titles absolutely nailed the art design. I'm not sure what DreamWorks was thinking when they decided to go with this type of art style, but I will be giving the game a try later this week, so definitely stay tuned. Maybe the rest of the game is just gonna completely blow me away, but so far, oh my, this is an ugly looking game so far, but hey, who knows? It might impress us, so stay tuned for that. I will absolutely have a global launch video ready to go as soon as it's released. Also in the release date horizon for the month of February, we have Nexon's brand new PvP focused open world MMO. We also have Final Blade as well. Now, both of these titles have been confirmed for the month of February. We just don't have an exact date, but as soon as I know exactly what day the global launch will happen, I will report it here on the Mobile Gaming Recap. Alright, so let's go ahead and round out the video with some quick hits. First things first is DX2 Liberation. Shin Megami Tensei is celebrating its 1-year anniversary. I can't even believe this game has been out for an entire year. So as usual, when it comes to 1-year anniversary celebrations, the game is giving away all kinds of goodies to all its players. So if you're thinking about starting the game right now is a good time to do it. Also on the horizon for this game, they have announced a Bayonetta collaboration. So now's the time to play and build up power for anticipation of that sweet Bayonetta collaboration. Also, one of my favorite games is running a collaboration as well. Destiny Child is currently running a Hatsune Miku 2019 collaboration, and this is one of those collaborations where you don't have to be a veteran player to take advantage of it. If you're a brand new level 1, just start a fresh account in Destiny Child, you will be able to unlock Princess Snow Miku for free, and she is a 5-star banner character, so everyone will have the opportunity, no matter how weak or how strong your account is, to unlock this character. So a very good time to jump into Destiny Child. If you've been on the fence, it's a very fun game. Killer Bee has also been added to Ninja Voltage. In addition to adding Killer Bee to the game, they also have various login rewards, which include summoning tickets, and then lastly, they have a super difficult mission specially designed for Killer Bee, but this time around, it can be completed with a wide variety of ninjas. And that will do it for the very first episode of the Mobile Gaming Recap. Now, I know what you're already about to type, FG, you forgot this update, you forgot this event, you forgot this character being added. I know, but that's where you guys come in. So if your favorite game is doing something that you want to see covered in the next episode of the Mobile Gaming Recap, make sure that you get all of your suggestions in before Sunday, and I will have them featured on the very next episode. You're welcome. Once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.